All right, let's see how we're gassed currently. It almost actually looks perfect. I'm throwing right at 3 or 4 o'clock. So much for needing to adjust it. Yeah, I got no complaints on how this thing is gassed. All right, so the DI gun is right here. Bolt is open. This one's already adjusted. I shouldn't have to mess with this one at all. It's throwing exactly the same location as the other gun, right at 4 o'clock. So, all right, now that I know both of these are gassed appropriately for no can, let me go grab my can. What am I? 2 o'clock. That's right where I want that thing throwing. So that's perfect on here. I don't want to put too many rounds through it at the moment because I want to be able to change my can over without melting anything. I can't show you that on camera, so don't watch me. I'm not installing a suppressor because YouTube says I can't do this on camera. Let's see if it makes a significant change or if it's about the same as on the DI gun. Throwing the brass exactly the same location as the DI gun is. Hey, it's Matt. I am out here in my garage today because apparently God doesn't want me to be filming this out on the range. I've had multiple range trips with the 2 guns I'm looking at here. And I have been trying for 3 weeks now to get out to the range to film the follow-up final shoot for this, but nothing's working out. So I'm in my garage today. Before I get into the video, I want to thank my sponsors. Boise Black Rifle has been a long-term sponsor of this channel. Thank you very much to them. They are now offering a 7% off everything in the store except for firearms discount code being 2A Cops. Works online or in person. My other long-term channel sponsor is US Law Shield. Thank you to them. They are a prepaid legal service for anybody who carries a firearm for self-defense, including on-duty cops. They have lots of options as far as memberships go. Take a look at them. They are there for you 24 hours a day if you need an attorney because you've been in any kind of self-defense use of force. I do have 2 new channel sponsors, though, that I need to thank. First one of them, you see their banner behind me there, Thor Targets. Thor Targets makes phenomenal steel targets. They are not AR-500. They are their own proprietary steel. They guarantee their targets will stand up to 50 BMG from 25 yards. I do not want to be the guy shooting that, but they say their targets will handle it. Big thanks to them. If you are in the market for targets, go shop, use the discount code 2A Cops. It'll get you 10% off. And then last but not least, I have another new channel sponsor. I've been using their products for quite a while, and they just picked us, and they just started sponsoring the channel. That's Aegis Gun Care. They are a local Idaho company. We've been selling them at Boise Black Rifle for quite a while. I absolutely love their lube. The first time I used it was at our range day, and we were running it on the machine guns. And normally, in my experience, you run guns long and hard, DI guns, you got to keep lubing them, otherwise they start slowing down. That stuff amazed me the first time we used it. Lubed them up in the morning, and I don't remember ever adding oil to them throughout the day. And we ran thousands of rounds between 3 different guns. So fantastic lubricant. I've been using it on my guns for a couple of years now. Love it. So guess what? 10% discount code 2A Cops if you go shop at their website, Aegis Gun Care. Links are all in the description below. Quit swinging your hands around, Matt.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Let's talk about what I'm talking about here. So this is one of the rifles that I'm working on, and here is the other. They are both SBRs. They are both 11.5 barrels. They are both carbine length gas systems. and they are both running Superlative Arms adjustable gas blocks. One of them is a DI gun, and one of them is running Superlative Arms gas piston system. That would be the black gun right here. This one's running the piston system. What originated this whole thing is this gun here. I've had this gun, I'm gonna throw my glasses on so I can see what I'm looking at. I have had this gun, well, it's old enough. This BCM handguard is one of their magnesium aluminum alloy ones, which they don't make anymore. This gun probably dates back to 2015, I think, when I originally built it. It was at the time, was a California legal pistol. Since I've moved to free America, I've SBR'd it. So let me get this sling off here real quick, get it out of the way. So what I've got here is just a regular DI gas gun, but it was way overgassed. I tried messing around with the buffer system to tame it, but I could not get this thing to stop throwing brass at like 1 o'clock with no suppressor on it. So this has actually got an A5 buffer system in it. And I'm trying to remember what weight buffer's in there. It is a BCM T2, so one of the lighter A5 buffers, but still, that's equivalent to like H2, H3-ish. And it was still overgassed. So at that point I went, screw it, let me start messing with the gas system. My theory in life has always been to try and adjust things with the buffer as opposed to gas. But I couldn't get this thing to run right the way it was. I don't recall what barrel is in that gun. I think it might have been a BCM barrel, but I can't swear to it. So ordered some Superlative Arms. I ordered a Superlative Arms adjustable gas block for it. Put it on, tuned it, and it was running phenomenal. I put the can, without the can on it, it was throwing right at 3:30, 4 o'clock on the brass ejection. And with the can on it, it's throwing right about 2:30. It's perfect. I liked it so much, I decided, and I'm a big piston gun fan. My duty gun when I was a cop was my own personal LWRC gas piston gun. I like piston guns. Don't want to get into the whole argument about what's better, piston or DI. But while I was cruising Superlative Arms website looking for that gas block, I saw that they had piston systems. So once I got the gas gun running as nice as it was, I wanted to check out their piston systems. So this gun here, I ended up building just to compare it to that other gun. It has a standard carbine buffer on here. Since I knew I was going to be putting a adjustable gas system in here from the get-go, I figured I would just go with a carbine, save myself the money, because I'm a cheap bastard. Used a lot of leftover parts that I had laying around, but it's a brand new barrel. It's a Ballistic Advantage 11.5 barrel. Superlative Arms adjustable gas block and piston system. Part of that piston system is their bolt carrier that they give you, because obviously you can't run a DI bolt carrier with a piston. So I'll put this thing on the bench here in a minute, tear it apart and show it to you. And this gun was also a test bed for something else I was testing, which was this Schmid 2-stage flat face trigger, DLC coated flat face trigger. Absolutely love that trigger. It's not a Geisley. It's pretty damn close to a Geisley for less than half the price of a Geisley. So my favorite trigger is the Geisley SDC, which is one of his flat face triggers. Absolutely love that trigger. It's in most of my guns, but I wanted to find something cheaper so I can have another alternative, and I am very impressed with this trigger. Get off of that. So
stay on target.
Let's get back to the gun. So let's jump over here on the bench. I'm going to take the piston out of this gun. I'm going to take the bolt carrier out. I'll take the bolt carrier out of the other gun, which is just a stand. I don't even remember what bolt carrier is in that one. Maybe an arrow. Squirrel. Anyway, we will throw these on the bench here and take a look at them. And I do have some shooting video. I apologize. Most of the shooting video I have is the video came out okay, although I was having some focus issues with my camera, but the sound is horrible because the only day that I actually got recorded was one day at the range when I forgot my camera, so I used my cell phone, and then the other day I had my good mic, and it was so windy you can barely make me out talking over with the good mic. The wind noise is so bad. So I'll throw some shooting video in here. I've actually have run both of these guns on my lower that has an FRT in it. It's got the Delta Team Tactical FRT in it. Both of these run phenomenally on that as well, with or without the can. So let's jump over here on the bench and we'll show you what we got. All right, so what we got going on over here? All right, I said it again. I have the DI gun right here. Let me open that up. So this is just a standard DI bolt carrier. It's actually pretty clean considering it's had a lot of rounds, including FRT rounds going through it. Let's put this over here so you can see what's going on. So that's the DI one. And this one is the Superlative Arms. You'll notice it moves around freely. It's because there's no gas rings in there. This is their bolt carrier. And you can't, oh, I gotta take the piston out. Let me get the piston out here. So, get these out of my way a little bit. And then over here, let me get the piston out of here. There it goes. So, piston, let's see if the spring will fall out. Yeah, the spring is stuck down in there. That's okay. If I had known I had this, I probably wouldn't even have bought the Superlative Arms. So I'm kind of glad I didn't know I had this, because this is a brand new Odinworks adjustable gas block that I didn't know I had back there in my pile of parts. So, as I said so again, you can see their adjustment screw right there. That is how you adjust this one. I wonder if it's the same size as that one. No, it is a different size. So that is how you adjust the Odinworks adjustable gas block. Same idea on the Superlative Arms, except theirs is different. This one here, when you adjust it, all it does is prevent more of the gas from going through your gas tube down into your bolt carrier. What the Superlative Arms does, it gives you two different options. They tell you how to set the block or the adjustment to neutral, which is fully open, and that is 18 clicks if I remember right, from fully closed. So you turn it all the way closed and then you back it out to 18 clicks, which is also 4 complete revolutions according to them. Once you hit that spot, you are in the middle, and then if you adjust it inward, it works just like this one, where it just prevents more gas from going through. If you adjust it outward, so counterclockwise, lefty loosey, righty tighty, if you adjust it outward, counterclockwise, it allows the excess gas that you want not going through your gas system to bleed off atmospherically. So instead of running it and just blocking it off and sending more gas pressure in your barrel, it actually lets that extra gas vent out. The upside to doing that is your gun will run cleaner once you have it adjusted properly, because you are not sending all that gas back down the barrel and coming out the chamber when the gun cycles. So it's nice that they give you both options. You can run it either way, and then their piston system runs exactly the same way. So it's the same adjustment, same everything. The block looks very similar, other than it has, let's see if you can see it in here. You can sort of see it. Let's see if my flashlight helps you see it any better. Maybe on camera. Yeah, it looks like you can see it a little better. So here's the gas block right here. There's the adjustment screw right there, which you get from the front of the gun. But up on top, rather than just being like this one here, it actually has a large round area where your piston sits. And so when the gas comes up into the gas block, it pushes the piston rearward. Piston pushes on your bolt carrier right there, sending the whole thing rearward. It functions very similar to the way my LWRC piston system functions. This thing, the Superlative Arms, oh, I take it back. I was going to say it didn't have any anti-tilt stuff built into it, but it actually does. You can see right here, it's got like a little bit of a lip. There's a raised portion on the back of the bolt carrier. You won't find that on DI bolt carriers because they don't need it. The gas system on a DI gun sends the bolt directly rear. Piston systems, when the piston pushes here, tends to make the bolt carrier want to tilt a little bit inside the gun. It used to cause premature buffer tube wear on guns before they figured out that if they added anti-tilt lugs on the back of the bolt carrier, which you can see right there, it solved the problem. And so they stopped wearing out buffer tubes. So talking about the two different gas systems here, why would you want to use an adjustable gas block? If you're having trouble getting that gun tuned by changing buffers, if you don't want to go through the trouble of changing buffers, because that can get expensive, the heavier the buffer gets, the more expensive they are. And if tuning via the buffer system didn't work, the other option is going to be gas system. There are lots of options for adjustable gas blocks out there. The Superlative Arms adjustable gas blocks are the only ones I know that will not just cut off gas, but will allow you to vent the excess gas atmospherically instead of pushing it back down your barrel into your chamber, making the gun dirty. Additionally, if you have considered a piston gun, I am really impressed. When I initially got this, I was kind of concerned. Compared to my LWRC, this piston is pretty thin, and I was concerned it might run into some issues, but it absolutely has not. That gun has run phenomenally. I don't know how many rounds I have put through it on the FRT lower, but mag dump after mag dump with the suppressor on it, which is going to run that thing hard, and it is still working perfectly. So if you're thinking about a piston system, definitely look into the Superlative Arms. If you are looking for an adjustable gas block, definitely look at Superlative Arms. They make a great product. So that's all I got for you today. As always, practice your ABCs. Always be caring.